Website evaluation sheet. Does your website have class? Anyone, anywhere can post anything to the web. However, not everyone knows what they're talking about or necessarily knows how to clearly convey a message. There are always people who simply want to make a profit. Here's an easy way to decide whether or not a website is valid and worth your time. Read the criteria below to decide if the website displays the CLAAASS criteria or not. Use a score of 0 to 5, where 0 is the worst in a criterion and 5 is the best. Then we're going to write a brief evaluation of the website. There are 7 criterions, each one worth 5 points. 33, an overall score of 33 to 35 is excellent. 29 to 32 is good. 26 to 28 is fair. 25 and below is poor. We're going to try and avoid websites that are in the fair to poor range. Now, I've created a worksheet to make it easier to do multiple sites at one time. So you could get you could see when you do a search, you could have all your information on one sheet. And this is coming from the Big6. It's a resource in the Big6 website. So first we find our website. We're studying police presence in schools. Is it harmful to students? And so Haley Lerner wrote this article, and it was published September 22nd, 2020. So that's pretty current. That's only 1 year old. And I'm looking here. She has data from 2015 to 2016 school year. She has data from May 25th, 2020, following the George Floyd incident in Minneapolis. As I'm going through this, I'm noticing the advertisements are popping up. I'm going to close this one. I'm closing this one, but it is distracting to read, especially the advertisements in the middle. So I tried to close that one, and it pulled me to another site. So definitely the advertisements are going to be a problem here. (2020). So now I'm going back to the dates. And there are 1, 2, 3 ads embedded and ads on the side. So now I'm going to go to my class worksheet because I've already read the article. Is information up to date? I'm going to give this a 4 instead of a 5 because I think for a 5, I think I would have wanted some statistics from more current statistics. Are there any dead links on the page? So I'm going to go back because I did not look at that. The advertisements were linking me somewhere else, so the advertisement links definitely work. All right, so I'm going here. I'm looking at all the links, and it appears that all the links work. So now I'm going to go back to my article. I'm going to go back to my article, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to give this a 5. I read the article, and it does have the amount of information I need, and it is definitely full of distracting advertisements, so I'm going to give that a 0. Is the author knowledgeable? Okay, I'm going to check the author, but I did read it, and it is free of spelling, and it is pretty easy. There's some concerns with navigation because the articles move me around. So now I'm going to go to the author, Haley Lerner. So I researched Haley Lerner, and I looked at her, and I looked at her resume. Okay. BA Journalism, minor in Political Science. She has experience interning at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. productions throughout the United States and one in the UK. I'm looking here. I don't see anything specifically about police, and I do see she wrote, this is the one that we're looking at, wrote stories on school policing. Anything else about schools or policing? Okay, I see another one here. This is about an adult police. So there is some police. She has looked into some police work. And she's been published in reputable newspapers. So I'm going to give her a rating of 4, of 3. I'm a 4. I'm a little concerned that she hasn't done more in the schools, but she has reported and in reputable newspapers. And so I will give her that. She's knowledgeable on researching information and reporting in reputable newspapers. So this has a score of 26, which is the bare minimum of fair. My strong about the advertising score and the suitability score. And so this website meets, so I'm going to write it up now, evaluate it. It meets the fair criteria for CLAAASS. This would not be a good source for my research project. Based on the advertising score and the suitability score. There is also, I also have a concern about authority. Some concern in the area of authority. This is of little or no use to me. I want a source in the good to excellent range. Okay, so now for my second one, I would go down and do the same thing. So I found my source. I read it through the lens of the class, looking at the class criteria. I identified some information about the author, and I used my worksheet to rate it, and then I evaluated it. Hope this is helpful using the Marley Big 6 website evaluation class system.